It's TWALE TV. Welcome to TWALE TV Sports. We are back, and then who have we got again today? Like I said to you, I said Mr. Olu is probably going to come back, and I'm happy he's here. Mr. Olu, please welcome. Welcome back. We've got Mr. Olu, a regular Manchester United supporter I just love him on this show. Trust me. Welcome, Mr. Olu.
Thank
let me welcome you.
Always a pleasure to be here.
All right. Well, in the last podcast, we were talking about it would be nice for you if you can come so that we can talk about Chelsea. I can't really criticize myself and think I've done enough. So now, from your end, you think our problem is bigger than the way I'm criticizing us and whatever. But Chelsea's problem is not as big as Man U's problem, in my view, because we spend money, we've got all these young talents, and we've got a manager who we thought would deliver instantly. He hasn't. Mr. Ange Postecoglou on the other side of the road, he's done some miracles. Even though you said the reason his miracle is working is because they haven't got European games to play, they only play league games. I still don't believe in that. I believe, Pochettino has had more than enough time. It took 1 month before resuming duty, which we could have used to our advantage during the preseason. He didn't show up. That was probably the agreement between him and the owners. But in my view, we're still better off than Man U.
Have you seen the league table?
It doesn't matter. We're mid somewhere. We're number 10, 11. You're number 8.
So if the league table stops today,
yeah, who won the league?
no, and you're looking at positions. Chelsea for the last 2-3 years have been a total mess. A total mess.
And you have been a total mess for the last 5-6 years.
From the moment
since Alex Ferguson left.
I thought we were talking about
Chelsea. Okay, sorry, go on.
Well, I'm happy to do a debate against Man U Chelsea.
No. Let's talk about Chelsea.
Remember, the football didn't start 6 years ago, and it didn't start from the Roman Abramovich era. So we can go as far back as you want.
Well, I think Chelsea, in my view, the only reason we're the butt of all jokes is because of the amount of money we spent in the last 18 months.
So I think Chelsea's problems goes back from the moment, or stems from the moment Roman Abramovich sold to Todd Bowley. For me,
he didn't want to sell. He was the one in Ukraine that led to the development of Roman walking away, because there's no way the whole country can stomach the fact that Roman, a Russian, what Russia is doing. I don't bring politics into sports, really, but what Russia is doing to Ukraine, they can't really stomach that fact and let a Russian be in control of such a big club and still be spending Russian money. So he's got no choice as well but to sell. And he left.
So since then, it's been downhill for Chelsea. I think then you got rid of Thomas Tuchel, which, looking back in hindsight, that was a bad
It wasn't a bad decision. It was the only decision that was wrong with Chelsea. I put my hands up for that. It was the only reason we are in this mess.
The Champions League, and then
I said it so many times that if Thomas Tuchel was still in charge, we'll be on top of on top of everybody.
I still think you will still have the same problems.
No, we won't, because the amount of money spent, Thomas Tuchel would have spent it wisely. But because Todd Bowley was the one making football decisions, he said it.
So it's not the money spent; it's who you've spent it on.
Yeah, well, because he was making wrong decisions. So I will say it to our chairman if I'm in front of him. Say, Oga, all is your fault. Simple, because he was making football decisions when he should have left it to other people. And that was eventually what he did.
This is what happens when you leave footballing decisions to Oga on top. You should never do that. You should have a sporting director, or you let your manager who works.
Well, he did that eventually. He announced it publicly that he has given football decisions to the football people. But
still, if you look at your signings, even over the summer, who spends $1 billion in a year and doesn't think to buy a world-class striker? So even the sporting people in Chelsea,
it's not that we didn't even have a good striker.
But we
let Aubameyang left
No, but he wasn't a
without
good
giving him a
striker.
chance. He wasn't given a chance.
No, but
Don't forget,
Aubameyang
Aubameyang came to Chelsea because of Thomas Tuchel, because they've worked together before at Dortmund.
But Thomas Tuchel.
But Graham Potter never played him.
Even Thomas Tuchel.
Graham Potter never played him.
Even Thomas Tuchel didn't play Aubameyang when he was there.
No, it wasn't that he didn't play him. It was giving him time to be fit. There's no Aubameyang only came to Chelsea because of Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel authorized the buying of Aubameyang. He wanted him there. Aubameyang is a prolific striker at the twilight of his career. We can say he's.
So Aubameyang in his last year and a half for Arsenal was poor.
Because of the same problem. Arteta won't let him play.
He went to Barcelona.
The same problem. They didn't give him game.
It was poor.
Barcelona didn't give him game either.
Came back to Chelsea and it was poor.
They didn't give him game.
Wherever he is now, he's still poor.
So you think that's our main problem because we didn't have a striker?
I think that's part of the issue. That's one. Two, there's a lot of bad decisions in terms of you're buying boys, not men.
You just made a point I will agree with you.
You're buying boys.
I looked at our team and I said, where are the soldiers that can fight?
Exactly.
Where are the real
if
men?
I'm going to war, I don't want those guys behind me.
I look at Jackson up front as a striker, and I think of our past strikers.
One thing
I look at our midfield. Okay, we have good midfielders, talented, young, but where are the warriors among them? Where is the Lampard? Where is the Essien? So we don't really have men in the team.
One thing I would say about Jackson, for someone that is not clinical, but he gets a lot of chances.
But it's the same problem people make when you're shining in one particular league and they think, oh, bring him here.
Yeah, he gets
and
chances.
I always say, not until you prove yourself in Premier League before you are a prolific striker.
Yeah, he gets a lot
He's
of chances.
scored some spectacular goals in Spain.
For me, it's about him working on it. I think there's a player there because he gets at least 4 or 5 chances a game, but he's just very wasteful. Yeah, but so he needs to be more clinical, and I think if he develops that clinical edge, he could become a good striker. But the problem is at big clubs,
there's not. You
don't have time. You don't have time. There's no potential. You need to be ready made.
Excuse me, Jackson should go to Luton and develop his skills there. This league, there's no mercy, especially when you go to a top club. There's no mercy. I've seen Nicolas Jackson. I thought, what is going on here? Why should a striker that needs 5-6 chances before converting one be a Chelsea's main striker? I would actually prefer to use Broya.
But even Broya hasn't.
The Albanian guy, I'll prefer to use him, even though he too is the same. But if he gets regular game, he will score goals more than Jackson.
Do you know another problem you have? When you're relying on Grandpa Silva at the back. Grandpa Silva is 37, 38. That's if that's his real age. Because we all know about Brazilians. They're like
and Nigerians and Africa.
Yeah, they're like the Africans. So,
but still, regardless, I throw away salute my TWALE to Silva. Without him, we will be in deeper problem.
I don't know. I just think.
Have you seen what happened to us when he wasn't playing?
And I think to compound the problems, you've now got Pochettino as your manager.
Well, the problem with Pochettino, I'll be very honest with you, right? I think I'm not going to conclude on Pochettino yet. And I don't want Chelsea fans or our listeners to think I'm sitting on the fence, because before he was employed, I was routing for him, say, oh yeah, good manager, he knows what he's doing. He's tested in the Premier League. But at the same time, if you listen to my podcast, supporting Pochettino, I said he's a nearly man. He has never won it.
Agreed.
Champions League final, he didn't make it. Premier League, when he could have won it, 2016, it was only him and Leicester. They had a better team than Leicester.
So do you know what the phrase I use? He came third in a 2-horse race. How does any manager manage that?
Pochettino is on his last chance to prove himself in this league that he is a top manager. So if he can't deliver with this Chelsea squad,
no, I think that's harsh.
It's not harsh.
I think that's harsh.
He's known to be extremely good with the young talent.
Yes.
And he's got the best young talents in Europe as we speak. Yes. Enzo. Enzo in the midfield. How many midfielders are better than Enzo? Modric.
Wait a second.
Modric on the wings.
Wait a second.
How many young winger is better than Modric in Europe?
When you look at your
Raheem Sterling, older but still experienced. Well, we have the best young talent.
So when you say you have the best young talent, How many other clubs were competing with you to sign that young talent?
Because because they
No,
can't afford the money we put on the table. That's why.
You know,
No, seriously, we have the best young talent.
Most of young talent are 10-year contracts or 8-year contracts.
We don't care. We got too much money. We spend it how we like.
More money than sense.
Yeah, we don't care.
The issue with Pochettino.
You can't spend $1 billion in 8 months.
No. We're broke now.
At least you admit something for a change. But trust me, if Man U will get another manager, I can see the Glazer family is coming up with another 200 million.
And that's why
where they get the money from, I don't know.
And that's why they won't. But let's think
when they paid 100 million for Anthony from Ajax.
It was actually 85, but still 85 million too much.
No, it's plus some add-ons is 100 million.
No, it wasn't.
After where do these guys find money again? After all the money spent, after all the money given to Solskjaer, after all the money given to Ragnick, money spent by the previous manager. So they keep finding the money.
No, but Chelsea, you have a bottomless pit. But in saying that, I think with Pochettino, my view on Pochettino is he's a good manager of young players. However, he's not someone that's going to take you to the next level. Although in saying that, I would still give him time.
Oh yeah, he says that.
I think he needs at least 2 years to try and mold the team.
No, Pochettino for me is got only this season.
The other day,
it's got only this season.
You can't give him a season.
No, because of the amount of talent we have.
What talent? They're unproven talent.
Yeah, but that's his speciality, that he can make young, promising talents world class.
So wait, at Tottenham, it made them world class and won nothing. He only made one player world class, and that was Harry Kane. All the others were just medium to average or just a little bit above. Right? And as I said, they came third in a tourist race.
So our problem now, as far as I'm concerned,
give Pochettino
we give Pochettino time.
At least 2 years.
And that time is no more than this season. Now, you can be saying 2 years. You know, if our former chairman did there, Abramovich, Twale. If you don't understand the meaning of Twale, the name of our talent, Twale means I greet you with total respect and with love. Okay? That's the meaning of Twale. Twale is a slang in Nigeria, known by 200 million people. So when I say Twale to Abramovich, I mean it. Yeah. Abramovich, Twale. He would have fired Pochettino, the whole lot of them. Half the time he would give them.
But to be honest,
and he will find the right person.
But to be honest, Abramovich would not have had the same strategy as Todd Bowley.
Well, you're right. He wouldn't. We thought Abramovich was spending, but we never thought we would get some crazy spending like Todd Bowley and his chums did. Yeah. And we'll just give Chelsea time. I think in my view,
I think they need 2 years because sometimes things need to get worse before they get better.
It's worse enough.
No,
1 billion.
You've only had a year now.
1 billion in 18 months.
So here's the
and
thing.
You're struggling at number 10.
So here's the thing: you get rid of Pochettino at the end of the season. You bring in a new manager.
No, we can't bring it. There's no manager out there.
A new manager comes in and he says, "I don't like any of these players. I want some."
Of course,
I don't. Another billion.
I don't really support just getting new manager. If there's no manager, better.
So why get rid of Pochettino?
I didn't say. I said I'll give him till end of this season.
At the end of the season, if it doesn't win you anything, then what?
No, all Chelsea have to do, for me, I said it in a couple of podcasts ago, that I can see this team having few wins on the trot.
So what's
and once they have 5 good wins, let's say Chelsea have 5 wins on the trot, everybody will forget all these problems. The confidence will be high. The players will then be. Well, success for us this season is to actually do what I've just said, have few wins on the trot, and that will take us to top 6.
So you're looking for Europa League?
I expect us to crash into top 6.
So Europa League.
If Pochettino can't do that with all the, if he can't do that,
how the mighty are falling. So success for you is top 6, Europa League or Europa Conference.
It's better than being number 11 on the table. Yeah. I don't care. For as long as he can crash into that top 6, top 4 looks impossible.
Even I wouldn't take top 6.
No, well, I have to. I'm a realist. I have to take top 6 with the problem in front of us. Well, Mr. Olu, I can't believe you're making me spend 14, 15 minutes again. I thought last time we spent 15 minutes on Man U, it won't happen again.
And I used to think the Arsenal fans were not ambitious. Wow, I think I've heard it all now.
It's reality. The way we play, we're up and down like a yo-yo. We win 2 and then we lose 2. We win 3, we lose 2, draw 1. With that kind of form, until you have 6, 7 wins on the trot before I can say, Yes, they found the form.
That's not
Yes,
gonna,
they've
that's
clicked.
not gonna happen this
Exactly.
season.
Well, it can happen this season.
I don't see how
It can. No, trust me, it can, because the way we play, there's a bit more intensity,
Nah.
there's a bit more confidence. But the problem is, once the confidence is high and then they lose to a lower league club and the confidence is down again.
I think the only reason you're actually competitive against the big clubs is because they're complacent against you.
All right. Well, fans, thank you for listening. I never thought Mr. Ali would drag me to do over 10 minutes, but I thought I would love to give him time so he doesn't think I'm being biased or because he wants to come and have a go at Chelsea. That's why.
Europa League for Chelsea.
Anyway, never mind. Chelsea fans, keep your head high, chin up. We're okay. Trust me, we're okay. I said that in some podcasts ago, and somebody sent a message to me that you are deluded. A guy said to me, "You're deluded, that we're rubbish," and that was a Chelsea fan saying that to me.
You can
I just couldn't reply to the guy
you can
because
never ever say anything to Tottenham and Arsenal fans again.
yeah, well, this season I'll let Arsenal and Tottenham fans run them out. No problem. They can do that because we spend more money with the two of them combined, and we're nowhere to be found now. So they can say whatever they like, but once we click, you lot will find out because the. All right. Anyway, fans, we love you, and we're gonna leave you. Let's catch up again at the next podcast. So a big thank you to Mr. Olu again for coming to my rescue, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Okay, hasta la vista, baby. Don't forget to go and subscribe to TWALE TV Sports on YouTube, TWALE TV Entertainment. We have entertainment channel as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hasta la vista, baby. Ciao.
TWALE